Welcome to this breath meditation from the beach. I'm Keith, and I'm actually not at the beach right now, but this footage that you're looking at and these wonderful sounds that you're hearing come from Port Aransas in Texas. So what I'd like to do today for this relaxation meditation is I'd like for you to find yourself a comfortable spot, either to lie down or to sit. And get yourself comfortable. And as you do so, I'd like for you just to kind of be aware of how you are connecting to whatever it is you chose to connect to, whether it's the carpet or your chair. Maybe if you're sitting, your feet, you can feel your feet flat on the floor. You can feel your legs and your backside and your back against the chair. Just kind of be aware of how you are connected to that item that you chose, either laying down in bed or couch or sitting in a chair, whatever it might be. The second thing I'd like to bring your awareness to is your breathing. I'd like for you just to be aware of the breath coming in, the breath going out. As I'm looking at the video, I'm watching the tide roll in and the tide roll out. And so there's a wonderful connection there with our breathing and the tide. I don't want you to slow your breathing or speed your breathing up or anything. Just be aware of how you're breathing, how your chest maybe is rising, maybe your abdomen is rising as you take air in, and then as you exhale, your chest falls a bit, your abdomen contracts a little bit. Just be aware of how those things are working. And breathing, of course, is one of those things that we don't have to take care of. It just happens by itself. It's an automatic response. Similarly, our heart beats and pulses without us causing it to do so. But I would like for you to go to our default breathing. And our default breathing has 4 parts to it. The first part is breathing through your nose. And I was saying just a minute ago that we don't do much with our pulse, with our heartbeat. But breathing through your nose actually will help to slow your heart rate. So there is some influence we can have on our heart rate. And then also breathing through your nose is a wonderful way to filter the air, to warm the air, and it also compresses the air. It does those things much better than mouth breathing does. So if you're able, please breathe through your nose. The second part of our default breathing is going to be to slow the breathing, and that usually results in deeper breathing as well. So we're breathing through the nose nice and slowly. The third part of our default breathing is going to be to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. If you'd rather not close your eyes, a close second would be to stare at a fixed point, maybe on the wall. If you're outside right now, maybe you're looking out over the horizon. Maybe you're looking at a spot on a tree. But a fixed point is a good second to keeping your eyes closed. And then the fourth thing I'd like for you to do in our default breathing is to number your breaths. We'll number the inhale 1, the exhale 2, inhale 1, exhale 2, nice and slow. We'll number our breaths as we breathe slowly through our nose. Don't feel like you have to say them out loud. Let's go ahead and breathe through a few cycles of that. Breathing through your nose, slow, eyes closed if you're comfortable doing so, and numbering your breaths. 1, 2, 1, 2. Very nice. The next thing I'd like to do is I would like for us to change our number 1, and on the inhale, instead of thinking number 1, I'd like for you to think of the concept of peace. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine yourself bringing peace into yourself, peace into your life, peace into your being. And then as you exhale, let's also think about the concept of peace. So you're inhaling peace, exhaling peace, peace all around you, giving your heart a nice, peaceful hug. So let's do that, please. Let's breathe through a few cycles of that. Peace on the inhale, peace on the exhale, nice and slow. Our next step is going to be to keep the inhale as peace. On the exhale, I'd like for you to think of the concept of let it go or letting go. And I'd like for you, if you have something, I'd like for you to think of something that you might like to let go. Maybe it was something that came up 10 minutes ago. Maybe it was something from last week, or maybe something from 5 or 10 years ago. Who knows? Maybe there's something you've been carrying around for a while that you'd like to let go of. So on the exhale, we're going to think let go, and we're going to have that thing in mind that you'd like to let go of. Now, it would be foolish of me to say, okay, now your problem is solved. You don't have to worry about that thing, or now it's totally taken care of. But for this time, as we work through this video, you can let it go. And just focus on the breath, and focus on letting go of that thing that you'd like to let go of. Inhale, peace. On the exhale, let go. Let's breathe through a few cycles of that. And let's take that now one step further. So as we inhale, I'd like for you to inhale peace. As we exhale, I'd like for you to whoosh the breath out. And here's what I mean. So here's my inhale. And then I'm going to let it go. So I really kind of blast that air out with a nice strong whoosh of air on the exhale. And the idea behind this is that not only are we thinking of letting go, but we're really kind of casting that thing away. We're kind of breathing it away from us as we let that go. So typically whenever we're breathing, I want to encourage you to breathe at your own rate. But for this, I'd like us to do 3 slow inhales through the nose of peace, and then we'll do 3 whooshes on the out breath, on the exhale. So let's do that together. Here we go. Inhale, please. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale. Let it go. Excellent. Would you please now return to your default breathing? Breathe through your nose, nice and slow and deep. Your eyes are closed. And you're going to number the inhale 1, the exhale 2. Inhale 1, exhale 2. Good. Keep those inhales coming in nice and slow and deep. Nice relaxed exhale as you number 1, 2, 1, 2. Take your time. Very nice work. I hope that you're feeling nice and calm. I hope that you are perhaps connecting to the sound of the waves and the sound of the wind and your breath, just like the waves coming in and going out, your breath coming in and going out. I hope that has a nice calming influence on you. The last thing I'd like for us to do before we finish this relaxation meditation from the beach is to do 3 giant sighs. The three giant sighs, this will sound kind of complicated, but I think will be less complicated when we actually do it. The first part of the giant sigh is to take in a nice full breath through your nose. And then we're going to suspend the breath for about 20 seconds. Slow count to 20. And then we're going to exhale a big sigh, and it will be a vocalized sigh. It will sound like this. So I'm kind of vibrating my vocal cords a bit. And then the second part of the sigh is going to be to not vibrate the vocal cords, but just to make the sound sort of like if you're breathing on a mirror. So it goes, and then the third part of the sigh is going to be to transition into a hiss. And we want to take that hiss all the way until the lungs are totally empty and you need to take a breath. At that point, you'll just resume your normal nose breathing. Excuse me. So the three parts of the sigh would sound like this. And then we'll resume our normal breathing. Then we'll do our second giant sigh and then our third giant sigh. All right, let's give it a shot. Inhale through your nose, nice and deep. Hold your breath for a slow count of 20. And sigh. Whenever you need to, of course, go back to your nose breathing. You might go longer than me, you might go shorter than me on the hiss. That's fine. Let's do our giant sigh number 2. Here we go. Inhale through the nose, nice and deep. Hold your breath for a slow count of 20. Sigh. Nose breathing. And let's do our last giant sigh. Inhale fully and deeply through the nose. Hold the breath for a slow count of 20. And sigh. Breathe through your nose, nice and slow. Eyes are closed. Number your inhale 1, your exhale 2. Inhale 1, exhale 2. And while you're doing that, reach up over your head with your arms and stretch. Rotate your wrists. Draw circles with your hands. Draw circles the other direction. Let's do the same thing with our legs. Stretch them out. Rotate your ankles, draw circles with your toes, draw circles the other direction, stretch out your body. Nice. And when you're ready to, go ahead and open your eyes. And I would like to finish this meditation by saying, peace be with you. If you would respond either out loud or with a whisper voice or just thinking inside your mind, and also with you. Peace be with you.